Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully there is no echo. I don't know, I didn't check this just a second ago. So if there's an echo, please tell me right now. I need to know. Whew. Okay. So we got some cool stuff coming. Some really cool stuff coming. Including a new sister Warsuit. And that is what I'm really here for. That Sister of Battle Warsuit looks insane. So let's jump right into this. We have the Warhammer preview online, The Dead and the Divine. Interesting name. So this is the stuff that they're going to be updating, which is Warhammer 40k. Obviously, the Sisters of Battle and the Space Marines and the Necrons and all the new stuff. Kill Team, which I really didn't think that GW was going to still support, but they are, so good on them. Adeptus Titanicus, that game that barely anybody plays and more or less collects. It's there. It's not epic yet, so I'm kind of whatever about it. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which I'm quickly coming to starting to love. Warhammer Underworlds, which is a really fun game system. And no, wait, the last one is a surprise. Okay, all right. I'm not going to watch their hour-long preview thingy on Twitch. You can go and watch that yourself. But let's take a listen to this. Not what I wanted. What I wanted.
God Emperor, hear our
It's cool that they
prayer.
have maces.
Watch over us as we prepare for battle.
I hope there's a sorority squad with a bunch of power weapons that's not just,
many,
you know,
we shall
Xeraphon.
not falter. By your grace, we will shatter.
Although
the
Xeraphon got a
mutant,
huge buff that a
the
lot of people are
heretic,
missing.
The Xenos. By your grace, we will cleanse every dark corner of the stars.
I like the way they're doing it.
Grant us the gift of your wrath. God Emperor, hear our prayer.
Oh, that's so cool. Alright, I can dig this. I gotta get this music. Alright, so this is pretty much all we need right here. Yeah, right here. So this one's armed with a heavy flamethrower, something on the, oh no, yeah, heavy flamethrower, you can tell by the tubing. Some type of power sword, some type of melta weapon up top, it appears. Or it's a frag launcher, but it doesn't appear to be a frag launcher. It appears to be a multi-melta. I think it's a heavy weapon system up top. And oddly enough, they actually kind of look okay. Like, even with the arms coming out here, they don't look too out of place. It would be kind of cool to just put a head there and not put the arms on and seal it shut and see what they look like and just call them Sororitas Dreadnoughts. I think that would be kind of cool for a conversion idea. Yep, we can still see the heavy flamethrower. Now this one's interesting. That's a heavy bolter, that's a power maul, and then they have a missile launcher on the top of them with 6 missiles. This indicates that it's going to be not a cluster rocket, because a cluster rocket usually has 12 rounds. This looks like a strength 8 weapon, so probably looking at about 36 to 48 inch range for its attack. At strength 8, AP -2, D3 damage or D6 damage if it's a missile. The heavy bolter is heavy 3, strength 5, AP -1, 2 damage. Decent weapon combination. Personally, I would take the missiles and the melta gun. Power maul for close combat is always good. It's +2 strength. Putting that sister at more than likely strength 4 with this suit if GW doesn't want to go down that hole. But more than likely strength 4 up to strength 6, which makes this an actual decent combat unit. Let's see, what is the other one armed with? So then we actually get to see all of them standing next to each other. Oh, God damn it. I hate when I do this. So this one over here is armed with a multi-melta and some type of melta gun up top, or I want to say that's a multi-melta up top because it even has the canisters at the back and a big giant power sword. Now I'm going to assume that this power sword is +2 strength, AP -3, D3 damage, or it's going to just be 1 damage. If it's 1 damage and it's just a power sword, that's putting these suits at strength 4 to strength 5 depending. They might actually be strength 6 if the suit itself increases their base strength, which it should, as power armor does, including external power armor or exo armor, does increase your strength, especially in the RPG games. It gives you unnatural strength, which is even better. So we have a meltagun, a bolter, and a heavy flamethrower, you know, the Holy Trinity. Then we have the 2 weapon systems up top, which is the missiles and the multi-melta. So that's looking pretty baller. I'm hoping this sword is +2 strength and AP -3 and D3 damage, but that feels like I'm reaching. I'm going to take a wild guess and say they move probably about 7 inches a turn. So that means that we can get them pretty far across the field turn 1. That's what, this is going to be an elite choice to a heavy choice. I'm hoping it's a, what am I actually hoping it is? The biggest thing is going to be, are they as good as Repentia? Because they're going to be competing against Repentia for the close combat. Can they move and fire the heavy weapons without penalties? Because that's going to be a huge. The third one to the left looks like it has a heavy flamethrower. Yes, I already went over that. It's a Tempestus bolter, not a multi-melta. If you look at it, I don't want to say it's a bolter. It might be, but it has a canister at the back of it. So it doesn't have the same power system as a bolter. So my biggest thing is, if these can't move and fire their heavy weapons, they're pretty much just as useless as penitent engines and mortifiers and things of that nature, where they have this niche, but they're just not good. But they are sisters, so they will benefit from all the sister aura abilities, like rerolling 1s to hit and wound, depending if the Palatine gives a reroll to wound. If not, I have Junith. If one of them dies, they're getting +1 to hit, so they'll be hitting on 2s in close combat, which is really good. If they're infantry, a Hospitaller can resurrect 1. If they have the order keyword, which since they're painted as Martyred Lady, I'm going to assume they do. More than likely, these are elites. And of course, every time I start filming, somebody in the background has to start using a leaf blower. I don't know what it is, so I do apologize. I can hear it. I hope you guys can't. So we got quite a bit on them. They also have this big intake on the front of it. It might be an external vent for their power, the exosuit's power armor, or power supply. It definitely doesn't, it could be a bolt gun, but I doubt it. I really doubt it, especially looking at the model itself. Definitely a multi-melta, which is really cool. I really like multi-meltas. They're one of the best weapons sororitas have. If they're in a unit of, say, 3 to 5, if they're in a unit of 5, they're going to be amazing. If they're in a unit of 3, they're going to be mediocre. I'm still going to get them, and I'm still going to work with them and see what's what. But God, do I hate the amount of lawn work that goes on in this state. I can never get away from it, and I do apologize about it. I'm hoping that's not coming through on the microphone. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna lower my mic for a second, just talk louder. I apologize. All right, so God, they look so stupid. I disagree. I actually do like their look, mostly because they're not that tall. That's the thing. They actually look good because of their height. They look like a dreadnought. And to be honest, with a helmet on, they look perfectly fine. Why are you guys doing your lawn now? Stop it. I literally waited for you guys to stop. Now stop. Thank you. Okay, good. Like I'm actually liking their look. But without it, I don't know. Yeah, any sister without a helmet didn't earn it, but if you're in a warsuit, you've more than likely earned it. The sisters look at the Marines, baby buggy, dreadnought, and think we can do better. I'm actually wondering who made this. I'm hoping it's Belisarius Cawl helping them out. But like, overall, I'm really liking these miniatures. I like the shoulder pads. They look cool as hell too. Alright, so next up we have the Tyranids kill team thing, which is of course going to break the game. Okay. Enemy activity identified. Prepare kill team. Confirm targets. Wait. It should have been target confirmed. Prepare kill team. Target identified. Xenos, Necrons, subtype, Flayed Ones. Objective Alpha. Destroy deadly close combat fighters. Abominable appearance. Protocol Purge. Necron. Subtype Chronomancer. Objective Alpha. Prescribe. Xenos technology capable of temporal distortion. Protocol Terminate. Approach with caution. God, why are you... I hate living here sometimes. Kill team requisition approved. Adeptus Astartes deployed. Space Marine heavy intercessors inbound. Overwhelming force. Fire and advance. Unleash Wrath is their next tactic. Requisition approved. Adeptus Astartes deployed. Space Marine captain with mastercrafted heavy bolt rifle. Location inbound. Lead from the front. Suffer not the Xenos to live. Protocol total eradication. This is not a fair fight, by the way. Flayed Ones are just going to get absolutely mulched. They do look pretty neat. So, as cool as they look, we've seen these a few months ago, and we've seen them in our codexes and everything. Heavy intercessors are going to be absolutely devastating on the battlefield. Like, they're going to be super crazy. Mostly for Iron Hands, which are the new Death Guard, as well as, like, Dark Angels. But most other chapters, they're going to be using them for their Toughness 5 and Objective Sitting capability. But, like... nobody wants Flayed Ones. Flayed Ones are bad. And this captain isn't really that good. As weird as it is to say. But one of the things I want to talk about is how GW didn't fix Kill Team. They just added to it. Kill Team has a lot of problems right now, which is why I stopped playing it. Because the second you bring in HQs and elites, it just gets so bad. Heavy intercessors are locked behind a starter box for another game and not available by themselves. Kind of a move from GW. This is nothing we haven't seen before. More than likely, the box is going to be 170, and it's a way of keeping these guys out of the tournament scene. Especially being that, as a Marine player, you only care about the heavy intercessors. You don't care about this guy at all because you take a Gravis captain. And as a Necron player, you only care about this guy and you don't care about the Flayed Ones. Like, that's it. They're gonna be huge. Like, these guys are gonna be huge on the battlefield. They're gonna be the default go-to troop choice. Which, honestly, they need to be an elite choice. They're far too good for a troop choice role. They're just insane. Like, there's no reason not to take these guys. So what does this box contain? One captain, one chronomancer, which, by the way, this captain will absolutely mulch this chronomancer. 5 heavy intercessors, 1 with heavy bolter, which also means they're mono-pose, which also means that these Flayed Ones are also mono-posed, more than likely. 48 Necron terrain pieces, which are these tiny little pieces, which is fine. You get a new game board, which I like. 34 objective cards, All right. And the Nexus book, which I think doesn't replace the current book, but it might. So I'd have to check it and read through it for myself. So that's that. Personally, they should have just redone Kill Team and taken out the HQs. Because Kill Team with HQs breaks the game. Play against anybody with a Psyker and they will show you how it breaks the game. It's the same with elite choices, to be honest. Alright, anything else I want to mention about this? Next year? Okay, it's not bad. Also, everyone, give this video a like because, well, I'm cute. Do it. You won't. I don't know. I have no reason. That's pretty much it. So let's take a look at this. This is Adeptus Titanicus, that game that no one really plays. Very War of the World. I love it. It's brutal. It's brand new. The Imperator class Titan. That thing is big. It is a big boy or girl. Its knees have guns, by the way. That's one heckin' big Titan. So I really thought that they were gonna, because this one's painted up as the same one from the Binary Succession, which points its giant plasma gun at the Emperor, which I think is a really good book and everybody should read it. But yeah, this thing is heckin' chunky. Let's put all of the weapons of a starship on a Titan and walk it around. Okay. Ridiculous. There's the, oh, it's a War Master Titan. Wait, it's not an Imperator? Is a War Master a type of Imperator? Huh. Well, I'll be damned. I really thought it was going to be an Imperator. So there's still a bigger one. Huh. Okay. Ah, that's so good. My friend's buying 2 of these, so... The Imperator is twice as big. No, it isn't. The Imperator is... So Titans, weirdly enough, are actually not that tall. I know it's really silly, but since I'm doing the Everything Wrong With series, I've actually been going through the size comparisons of these Goliaths and everything. And we have the actual heights of the Reaver Titan and the Warlord Titan and the Warhound Titan. So just judging based off of them and adding in their actual size comparison, I can tell you exactly how big this thing is. And to be honest, it's not that tall. It's not as tall as you would think. Like, it should be bigger. I know that's weird to say. In 40K, something needs to be bigger. And it's crazy, right? All right, so now we move on to the Age of Sigmar stuff. And let's check out the Lumina. Again, I'm keeping this low so I don't get copyright striked. Look at these holy cows. The Divine Bovine. I don't even remember what their actual name is. They look amazing though. Once you take the silly cow heads off of them, they look really cool. Oh, cool. I like it. He looked adorable. He's adorable. It looks like something you'd fight in Diablo. That's adorable. I love him. He's got a silly little cow face. Let's see. Saying 40k is not big enough. No, it really isn't. Like, as weird as it is to say. For a Titan, anyway. For the size that they tell you the Titans are in the books. You're just jealous of the cat, of the cow hat. Don't hate, appreciate. You're right. You're right. I do like the attention to detail here. Also, how many arrows do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to guess it's 20 because I probably miscounted and he has the 1 in his bow or their bow. I don't know how you identify, so I don't want to assume your gender. But honestly, you could put 20 arrows in a quiver this big. Just saying. And it would probably be way easier to carry. Again, just saying. Just saying. Look at holy cows. I really thought that said tentacles. Like, I really thought that said tentacles for some reason. Alright, and then we have the actual army that's important, the Daughters of Cain, who just got a god, by the way, with Kayla Marathi Cain, which is really cool. Alright, also thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. If you guys wish to donate and support the channel, you can using the super chat feature. It's super awesome if you do, and it helps me out so much. Alright, so Lumineth, Cities of Sigmar, Maggiekin, I hate them. Flesh Eater Court are cool. The Bone Daddies are pretty neat. I like them too. So Daughters of Cain. Daughters of Cain are awesome. I love the Daughters of Cain. They're just so cool. They're just so cool. Like, do they actually carry around this statue anymore? Since it's Marathi is now the god and not Cain? Just wondering. Also, if you don't think for a second that I'm turning that snake into Manda, and if you know who Manda is, you know exactly what I'm doing, because I'm going to put a ninja on top of it. And yeah, I'm definitely making a lot of these. Like, okay, one, this is just the same reference. This is a reference. And this is straight up from Bayonetta. I'm sorry, it's just straight up from Bayonetta. Okay, and then we have the vampires who are back. Well, I recently found out the vampires are actually what's left of the Bretonnian Empire. So I thought that was pretty neat. Dire Chasm, which is a really fun game, by the way. Ooh. Blood and Glory. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. Ooh. I like this. I like this little team. I want this. I'm gonna buy this. Oh, there we go. Also, thank you for the donation. I have seen the new elves' helmets, and they and not think of giant mecha hamsters. You're right. You're right. So these guys look badass. Like, I really like them. Also, anything wearing a corset? Yes, please. This reminds me of the Resident Evil, like, preview where the 7-foot-tall, super hot goth woman just, like, grabs you and murders you. And I'm just like, you know what? Just slay. You do you. I'm just here for the ride. Like, that's what they remind me of, and they look amazing. And this one's probably the most boring. Like, this one's obviously the most boring. There's always one boring one in the squad, and that's this one. This one's the guy that, like, stands in the background and is just like, hi. And this one's the party animal. Like, this one's the one that gets into trouble. This is like the Beast Boy of their team. This is like Robin. This is Starfire. This is probably Raven. And then you got, like, I don't know, Superboy Prime, who's extremely boring and no one likes him. Alright, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Warhammer, Age of Sigmar.
Evil lies at the heart of Ulfenkarn. This once great city is now a charnel house.
This is Darkest Dungeon.
Its people are enslaved, brutalized, and
This is Darkest Dungeon.
their broken bodies raised up to serve the city's cruel master in death. We will not allow this desecration to continue.
Oh my god, they even have the characters for it.
Know this, Wolf. You are not the first monster we have hunted.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna point this out real quick. Just pointing this out.
Ruin
Look at the
has
coloration
come to
and
our
everything.
family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my
Like
years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor,
Darkest Dungeon.
fattened by decadence and
But I'm not gonna go too much into Darkest Dungeon because Darkest Dungeon is an amazing game forever and it's like one of the best things ever. Yo, Age of Sigmar Greyfax looks amazing. Like they're in the exact same pose as Greyfax too. Actually, I'm pretty sure they are. Let me take a look real quick. This is the exact pose Greyfax is in. Yeah. Pretty much the exact same pose, just slightly tilted. You know, like me. Look at that. Put a weapon in Greyfax's hand. And they're in a similar pose. Although this one looks a lot better than Greyfax does. Greyfax is unfortunately showing her age. Greyfax is still a beautiful model. GW just can't paint women. But this guy looks amazing. Like if you need a freaking Inquisitor for 40k, grab this guy. He looks fantastic. I'm adding this guy to my collection. Yeah, that's straight out of Darkest Dungeon. I'm sorry, that is just straight up out of Darkest Dungeon. Also, you probably, GW, you might want to not put nooses on things. Remember what happened last time. Oh, they have a website. Well, let's click. Yeah, this is straight up just Darkest Dungeon. Alright. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not kicking Darkest Dungeon. I love Darkest Dungeon. I just supported them on Kickstarter and bought the Crimson Curse and everything. Because, you know, quite literally, it's called the Crimson Curse, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure it's just straight up a Darkest Dungeon reference. Oh my god, can my mouse, like, work? That'd be great. I'm pretty sure it was called... Yeah, there it is! The Crimson Court. That's literally straight up from Darkest Dungeon. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love Darkest Dungeon. I love AOS, so I don't see the problem here. The Crimson Curse is what affects your heroes. Yeah, you're correct. It's the Crimson Court for the expansion, and then it's Crimson Curse is the actual thing that turns you into a mosquito monster. God, it's... I want the Stodger's Cane book. Okay, so let's rate my excitement. Them, I want them. I'm hoping they're in a box of 3. I hope their squad can go up to 6 or 10. If their squad can go up to 10, I'm definitely fielding these. Because they're amazing. 100% amazing. I'm going to put all of my sisters that are in these in helmets. And I'm probably not going to put the arms on and just say it's more or less bionics and just go with that. This, I'm more disappointed in Kill Team than actually excited for it because it's cool. I want to see the new rulebook. I want to see what they add to it. But at the same time, I'm hoping that this book just undoes and is the new campaign book, and that's it, and that's all you can play as. Because they desperately need to fix this game. Kill Team is just very broken right now. It's almost as broken as if you guys remember oh my god, what was it called? Shadow War Armageddon. That game was also extremely broken. Titanicus is pretty cool. I can't wait to see this Titan in person. I think it'd be really cool. You think Manfred and Prada will get bigger roles in Soulblight book? I can speak, I promise. More than likely they'll be mentioned, but because they're directly taken from certain histories, they might not be able to make models for them because of copyright rules and laws and regulations. But more than likely we will start seeing more of them. But we might also see new characters. Keep in mind, a lot of this stuff is from the old Bretonnian Empire, turned into werewolves, turned into vampires. So I'm excited to see a ton of different vampires. Let's see. If the Marines and Necrons have the same stat line as in the Codex, the Necron teams are screwed. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Also, Marcus, you're here. Hello. I saw you. And seeing the arms and the head exposed on the mech suit makes my skin crawl. I mean, sisters really wear, like, they wear no armor because they literally can pray away damage. Like, Space Marine gets shot with gauze, dies instantly. A sister gets shot with gauze, blocks it with her arm, prays to the Emperor, and it just goes away. So they can go into battle naked and still fight really hard. Let's see. The Flesh Eater Court vampires being the old Bruts. Oh, you might be right. You might be right. They play away the fray. You're right. Yeah, copywriting Vlad. I hear you. Vlad von Karstein they can probably get away with. But Vlad, where he's clearly based off of Vlad the Impaler, is going to be difficult. All they have to do is produce a miniature for it and should be fine. Only the Blood Knights were Bretonnians, Nepherites was the Lumineth, and Manfred was the Empires and the Sylvaneth. Ooh, okay. Pray the gods away. I don't know, the dying sisters at the feet of the Hospitaller isn't doing too good. Probably didn't pray hard enough. Yeah, probably. Low-key, I'm bad at painting skin. That's fair. Like, they just put the helmet on her. Like, in my opinion, the helmets look better than the Sororitas heads anyway. It also just looks better with the helmet. I don't know, this is a model that I have to see in person before I make my final judgment call on it, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Naked Sisters of Battle, no, their armor makes them more awesome. I agree, but also give them an eviscerator and tell them to go fight until they die. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. Also, we might be able to see this armor. So this part right here, if we could shave this part off, we might just be able to put the sister in her power armor inside it, which I think would be really cool. Let's see. Sriracha's basically brought all of the Centurion suits from the Space Marines and made those. It's really different than their suit. So let's take a look at their suit really quickly. There we go. Yeah, the Centurion suit is way more heavily armored and looks way dumber. Like, this is, if these weren't like god tier units, these would never sell. Like, they look so stupid. Like, they 100% look derpy as hell. And like, even on their box art, they're just like, eh, we put our arm up. Yeah, they look bad. These, I think, look good. I think these look good. And the fact that we get multi-meltas, more multi-meltas in the army is amazing. So I'm excited about that. They're more like dreadnoughts, more like dread knights look, right? Yeah, they're definitely more like dread knights. So let's take a look at that and do a comparison. Oh. Ah, I hit buttons. Stuff happened. There we go. The Nemesis baby carrier. Yeah, this looks way worse. So what I'm hoping this armor does is increase their toughness, increase their strength, and increase their save. Will it do any of that? Probably not. I am hopeful. I am very hopeful. But more than likely it'll give them a toughness bonus and a armor bonus, because that's what toughness is represented as in 40k and always has been. Oh yeah, and if anybody thinks toughness 4 is supposed to represent augmented space marines, like their internal organs, not only are they wrong, they're really dumb. Because one shot to the head still kills a space marine just like it does any other human. I think they need long flowing butt capes. That's my biggest thing. The Warsuit reminds me of the battle suits from Appleseed or the arm suit from Ghost in the Shell. Let me take a look at that. Just copy this, go to the good old Googles. Yeah, it does. Holy cow, it really does. It is. Holy crap, good call. Huh. Neat. They need bigger thighs. I think they should have wings. I just wish I could spin this model and just see it. That's my biggest thing. But this guy I'm not impressed with. I don't like the molds of the heavy intercessors. I don't like that they're locked behind a paywall right now where you have to get this box to get 5 of them. I'm hoping they come out separate later. Armored thighs save loyalist lives. You're goddamn right they do. The Sinister Titan, not the Sinister, the Warmaster Titan looks okay. I really thought it was going to be an Imperator. I don't know if the Warmaster is an Imperator class. Is it? It might be an Imperator class. Let me see. Okay, let's see. I don't care about spiky bits. Never go to spiky bits. They're garbage. See if the Lexiconum will pop up. There we go. Pops up under Traitor Titan Legions. Okay. Okay. Is there a list of Titans? Types of Chaos Titans. List of Titan Legions. No, I don't want the list of Titan Legions. Because I want to figure out what the hell kind of Titan this is. Okay, so this is more than likely Chaos Titans, Warbringer, Warlord, Titan, Siege Titan, Apocalypse Titan. Might be an Apocalypse Titan? It's not a Castigator. It's not that. That's bigger. But the Imperator is definitely bigger because it's twice the size of a Reaver if you count the thing on top. Which class Titan? Armed with the... Okay, it could be a Punisher class, but it's a Warlord, a War Master class. This is a brand new Titan. All right, I think the model looks so much better without the helmet on. I agree. Spiky Bits is just clickbait 90% of the time. Yeah, it really is. No, it's just below the Emperor Titan. Was it? I think the Apocalypse is probably bigger. And it only stands slightly taller than the... Because there's the Warlord, there's the War Master, but it's not the Warbringer Titan, so it's a bit smaller than a Warbringer. Maybe. I don't know yet. The Imperator class would have to be about up to here where my mouse is, assuming you guys can see my mouse. Which would put it up almost to where I'm highlighting. Was the biggest from what I saw there. If you see the War Master Titan, please tell me, because there is no War Master Titan. Like, I can't find a War Master Titan, and I've never heard of one in the lore, and I've read every Horus Heresy book. So it's interesting to see that they made a new Titan for this game. Control F that. No, I can literally just see that it's not there. It's like, maybe it's part of the Imperator class? Nope, not there. It's not an Imperator class. So that's kind of interesting that it's a brand new Titan. All right, let's see what else we got. Base contact from some art from... It's a new Titan, that's what I said. I can finally make a fluffy, fledged out Necron Tomb World Catacomb with the new box set and their obelisks. Yes, you can. They also made the Compensator Titan. Yeah, they definitely did. That was brand new. Yeah, like this Titan, the Warbringer. It wasn't really in the lore too much, and then they just popped it in. And I just love the fact that it's got a giant phallic cannon on it, and then it just has two balls hanging from it. Like, it is the funniest of the Titans. But yeah, with that all said, I think I'm gonna wrap up this stream. If you guys still want to donate, just use the super chat feature. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. It like literally does. It actually finished a project for me. And it also got me this guy. This is going to be my brand new Chaos Spawn, my giant Chaos Spawn, because these guys are insane. And yeah, that is the Fire Slayers thingamajig. I forget what it's called. But yeah, so I'm going to get going. I hope you guys enjoyed this. That sister thing looks amazing. But once I see its stat line, I can actually give a proper review of the miniature and whether or not it's worth your money. And without seeing its rules, I am just unsure if it's going to be good, because there's a lot of competing things within the army. Like, I would never compare it to a Penitent engine because Penitent engines are just bad. All of the war type engines are bad for sisters because they're not sisters, they're just ecclesiarchal. So once I actually see a stat line, I can give you a full breakdown of whether or not it's good and tactics to use for it. But I'm going to get going. That has been... Sorry, hiccup. That has been crazy. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.